Are you feeling off? Have you been to a traditional primary care, went in there for a workup to see what all's going on, only to return and be told that all of your labs are normal? Have you experienced symptoms of hormone imbalance? These include physical exhaustion. Maybe you're having lack of energy. Maybe you're waking up, you have a lot of energy, and then about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, you kind of hit a wall. Or whenever you get off work and you're shuttling kids around or doing errands after work, and you get home and it's time to do dinner, laundry, house duties, and you just have no energy to do that. Are you lacking motivation? Like maybe you used to go to the gym and have energy where you could wake up, you could go work out all before or after work, and now you're finding yourself not doing that. Are you having difficulty sleeping? Whether that be falling asleep, like maybe you're laying in bed and you can't really turn your mind off, so your mind is racing and you're going through all kinds of different scenarios in your head and you're not able to go to sleep. Or maybe you go to sleep just fine, you wake up in the middle of the night, I like to call the witching hour, 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, and you just can't find yourself a way to go back to sleep. Once you do go to sleep, then you find your alarm seems to go off right after you go back to sleep and you wake up more tired than what you normally are. Maybe you've noticed an increase in your irritability. Things that used to bother you aren't bothering you anymore. Maybe something as simple as kids leaving their shoes on the shoe rack versus putting them on the shoe rack is kind of setting you off. And normally that wasn't you. Maybe your significant other has noticed and is asking, like, what's wrong? Maybe it's affecting your job. Maybe it's your coworkers that have noticed that you've been a little bit more irritable than normal. That can also be a sign of hormonal imbalance. Are you more anxious? Do you have more irritability? Do you have where you are more fidgety? Like, do you feel like you're either talking too fast, talking too slow? You feel nervous all the time? Do you feel depressed? Like maybe you used to hang out with your friends and do activities, and now you just don't really even have a desire to do that. Maybe you have a hobby that you used to do that you find yourself, no, I don't really care to do that anymore. So you find yourself lacking luster in your life and any type of things that make you as an individual happy. Do you feel like you're more sad than normal or just in general more down? Also, some signs would be vaginal dryness. Do you feel like that is interfering with your libido? So if you have vaginal dryness, sometimes intercourse would be more painful, leading to less desire. Do you feel like you have a decreased libido and it's interfering with your relationship? Maybe you're not able to keep up like you used to. Maybe you wish that you had more desire, you just don't. Are you seeing an increase in your fatigue? So you're actually not even having that desire. Are you even able to have an orgasm if you have intercourse? Are you just in general dissatisfied? Do you feel like in your relationship, maybe your significant other will be like, I don't know, we used to have a great sex life and now we really don't. Do you find yourself blaming other things like kids or being fatigued or something like that as an excuse? Are you waking up in the middle of the night sweating? Do you find yourself during the day, you're at work doing something where you should not be sweating and you're like, man, I'm really, really hot? Or you wake up in the middle of the night and you're sweating, or you go to sleep, you have a nice blanket on, you toss and turn throughout the night because it's really hot. Does your significant other report to you, oh my God, like you're radiating heat out of that blanket and making them hot? Do you have several fans on you at night to try to keep you cool? Are you having hot flashes? A hot flash would be something that is a sudden onset. It starts in about your chest and then it'll kind of go up, and it only lasts for a few seconds, like 30 to 60 seconds and it kind of goes away. Usually you'll feel really red, hot. Like sometimes people even explain like if they put their hands above their head, they can actually feel heat radiating off of their head. Also, a lot of times that can happen at night too. And my mom, being an example, one time I was over visiting and I went to go ask her a question. And I walk into her room and she's laying on the bed. She has a rag on, a tank top, like a wet rag. She's in shorts. The ceiling fan is on high. She also had a box fan on a stool. I felt like I was like a hurricane or something. And she's still hot. Like I woke her up and she was like, oh my, and I'm like, what the heck, Mom? Like, you look crazy in here. But she's menopausal, so she was having hot flashes. Do you find yourself in the same situation? Or something that is also very, very common is weight gain. Weight gain despite doing diet and or exercise. Do you feel like whenever I was 20 years old, if I gained 5 or 10 pounds, it wouldn't be a big deal. I could just reduce what I'm eating, go to the gym a couple times, and that weight comes right back off. Do you find yourself in the vicious cycle of prying yourself out of bed, trying to juggle, adding in the gym into your whole schedule, meal prepping, doing all of these things, and your weight just seems to not go anywhere? So then you lose motivation because you're like, no matter what I do, the scale's just not moving. Do you find yourself in that situation? And then a lot of times people will just give up because they're like, oh, well, it doesn't really matter what I do anyway. The weight is still there. Are you feeling cold all the time? Are you inside of an office? This is me. And cold all the time, no one else is except for you. Do you have cold hands? Do you have cold feet? Do you feel like your hair is thinning? Do you feel like when you wash your hair, you're washing your hair, everything is, and then like all of a sudden you get like this huge clump of hair and you're like, what the heck? Like all this hair is just shedding and shedding and you just feel like your ponytail is getting smaller. That is also a sign of hormone imbalance. Are you seeing an increase in headaches or migraines? And that could be either an increase in frequency, like maybe you used to not get headaches all the time, now all of a sudden you are getting headaches, or migraines, or maybe you used to get them, but now they're becoming more frequent, or whenever they come on, they're more intense, more painful, more discomfort. Are you having more joint pain? So, you wake up and you're like, oh, I kind of feel like an old man because I'm just I have to get up and move around, all my joints hurt, and then you get going well. Or maybe you're working out at the gym and you're having more difficult time recovering from those workouts. You feel like you're sore for longer periods of time. Do you feel like it's difficult for you to actually make gains in the gym as far as like seeing results? Are you having issues with your memory? Whether it be short-term or long-term, or you find yourself losing your keys all the time. You're like, oh, where are my keys? Oh, I don't know. I don't even know where I put them. Or you walk into a room and you're like, what did I come in here for? I don't really remember. If you're experiencing any of these symptoms, 1, 2, 10, 12, however many of the symptoms, those are all signs of hormonal imbalance. And there is help for you. I do highly recommend to reach out to someone who can give you answers so that you're not just walking around or being told that these are normal signs of aging and just part of the process of aging, and that's just kind of how your life is going to be, because that doesn't have to be your answer. A solution I would have is what I can do is I'm going to give you my contact info, and you can call and we can do a free consult to kind of go over and see what a good fit is for you. There are many options, and during this consult we'll go over those. so that we can find a good solution and a good fit for you. Our contact, you can call us at the office at 407-732-4627, or you can always reach out to us also on our work cell, and that number is 407-708-8832. We would love to help you get past this. This is one of my huge passions in my career, and I would like to help you solve that. Thank you very much, and my name is Megan Burgess, nurse practitioner. Thank you.